Hello everybody, Film Fan 108 here with the Blu-ray pickups for July of 2017, and a little bit better of a stack than last month. Again, I was looking forward to this month. Criterion, some independent titles, some surprises. So let's get started, shall we, with the first title. And last month I picked up John Wick Chapter 2, and I said to myself, what are some Keanu Reeves movies that I really love that I don't have on Blu-ray? And this movie shot to the top of the list, and that is The Replacements. And this is such a great sports movie. I don't love a lot of sports movies. Honestly, I don't, guys. There's only a handful that I really love that are ones that I could watch whenever, and this one is definitely one of them. Keanu Reeves is awesome in it. Gene Hackman is awesome in it. Gene Hackman no longer acting. This was one of his last roles, I believe, that he did. He is great in this. Orlando Jones is in this. Jon Favreau is in this as well. And it basically is about these football players who get a second chance at playing the game because of a player strike that goes on. And all of the hilarity and the sports that ensue in this movie, it's really well done. It's directed by Howard Deutsch, who I believe also directed Pretty in Pink, among many other great films. And this has a lot of interesting special features. It has behind-the-scenes documentaries. It has an actor's guide to football, a feature-length audio commentary with the director, theatrical trailer. Yeah, this is a solid movie, and absolutely one of the Keanu Reeves films that I couldn't believe I didn't have, and now I have it in the collection. So, there you go. And the next title that I picked up was a independent horror movie that I saw the trailer for a while back and really enjoyed the trailer. And I also saw an episode of The Dorkening where the actress, the main actress, was on there and they were interviewing her, and I thought, man, this movie seems really cool. I got a pre-order, so I pre-ordered through Amazon, and that is Peelers. Yes, Peelers. And if you look at that, oh, look at that nice, see right there, the woman, and her leg sort of is right there with the pole. Yeah, very nice. And and basically this movie is about a woman who is an owner of this strip joint, and this is her final night of owning the strip joint. She's selling it off to another buyer, and that same night these coal miners come in and they are celebrating because they found this oil, and they're gonna celebrate, and they're gonna, basically, own that oil, essentially. But of course that oil is incredibly toxic, and it turns them into psycho crazy killers. And the owner of the strip joint, plus some of the strippers, the bouncer, and a few other people have to survive the night against these killers. And I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I thought, man, it kind of reminds me a little bit of From Dusk Till Dawn and some of those really cheesy sort of 80s movies, even something like Vamp. It really reminded me a little bit of Vamp too, just a little bit. It's really well done. It's an independent movie, but it feels like they really utilized the budget well on this. And again, you can pre-order through Amazon, and the special features it has is actually some really cool stuff. It has a couple of audio commentaries, a two-part making of documentary. It has deleted scenes, theatrical trailer, and so much more. Guys, this is a really great, honestly great release. The gore is fantastic in it, and this was a complete blind buy. I'm really glad that I ended up picking it up because it was so cool. So absolutely this Peelers. Absolutely. And the next title I got was a title that got through Ronin Flicks website. It's a code red title, and it's actually releasing this month on Amazon. But because I pre-ordered through Ronin Flicks, I ended up getting it early ahead of a lot of other people who will have pre-ordered it through Amazon. And that is One Dark Night. One Dark Night, see? And of course, look at that wonderful slipcover right there. Slipcover, and then the artwork right there. Yeah, there you go. And the only way that you can get the slipcover to this is if you order it through the Ronin Flicks website. You cannot get it any other way other than that. You cannot get it through Amazon. The only way is through Ronin Flicks. So if you want the slipcover, this is the only way to do it. And this movie was made in the 1980s, has Meg Tilly, it has Adam Weston, it has a young E.G. Daily in it, and this was before she did Psycho 2, so this is young Meg Tilly. And this is pure 80s cheese, top to bottom, and I love every second of it. It's a little low budget, you kind of feel its budget a little bit, but you know what? I love these type of movies, and I think 80s movie cheese is some of the best that's out there, and this is no exception. Basically, the plot is this murderous psychic ends up dying, and he gets buried in this mausoleum, and at the same time that's going on, this young girl played by Meg Tilly, she's trying to enter this sorority group. And the test that she has to do is she has to spend a night in a mausoleum, and just so happens that the same mausoleum where the crazy psychic ends up being buried, and the crazy psychic is coming back to life and bringing other people back to life, and it's all hell sort of breaks loose and everything. I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed it. This was another blind buy, and I really thought it was really cool. And again, you don't see movies made like this anymore. You really don't. This is such a really great, cool little film. And it's directed also by Tom McLaughlin, who, if the name sounds familiar, he directed Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, one of the better Friday the 13th movies. And so, yes, this was before that, so a lot of people young in their careers before they really had a lot of big breaks. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely get it. It's some good stuff. Then the next release I got was a title that I picked up a few weeks ago when I did my Out and About video, where I went to Barnes & Noble, and I ended up showing the Criterions that they had on sale, and all of the stuff that Barnes & Noble carries. And I told you guys that I would show you during the pickup video, and here it is, The Ice Storm. And this is from 1997, directed by Ang Lee, and I used to own this title on DVD, but I got rid of it a long time ago, and I've been wanting to upgrade for a while, and I just have honestly forgotten about it. And I figured now is the best time to do it because Barnes & Noble is having a sale, why not? And so, also, I have a ton of Criterion. So this was the last one I really needed, at least for the time being, until other Criterions come out that I'd be interested in. But this has a star-studded cast in it. Kevin Kline, Joan Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Elijah Wood, Christina Ricci, Tobey Maguire. I mean, the names you keep going on. It's a huge cast. At the time, some were big, some were just up-and-comers, and so it's kind of cool to see this film as sort of a time capsule of these actors at that certain time period. And it's actually really cool. The movie takes place in 1973 during the Nixon era, where the Watergate scandal is going on, and a lot of questions about America and the state of politics and the state of America and how everyone is affected by it, and also that's the backdrop to all these characters' lives being interwoven together and tragedy striking. I won't spoil the movie for you guys, but it's really, really good. One of the better Ang Lee movies. If you love Ang Lee, or if you love this star-studded cast, definitely give it a look, guys. You're going to love it. And the special features here, as Criterion can only do, has a restored 2K digital film transfer, an audio commentary, a documentary. It's got interviews with the novelist. It's got deleted scenes, trailer, and even comes with a booklet as well. Great release. Great release, absolutely. So the next title I ended up kind of showing you guys a couple weeks ago when I did my out and about video, and I told you that I was getting a packaging in Amazon, from Amazon, in the mail, and it was the title that I showed in the video, and that was Kong Skull Island. You can see that nice slip cover there, nice little slip cover, and then the regular artwork. There you go. And I really enjoyed this movie. I saw it earlier in the year with friends, and I really loved it. I love, one of my top 10 favorite films of all time is the 1933 King Kong. I love it. Top 10. And I feel like the remake in the 70s and the other remakes, including the Peter Jackson remake, they've been rehashing the same plot over and over again. You know, a group of people go on an island. The ape falls in love with the girl. The crew takes down the ape. They ship the ape to New York. The ape escapes. The ape gets killed. The end. They keep on rehashing it over and over again. And what I like about this movie is that they actually do something different. They actually end up doing a different kind of plot, and it's not the same old thing rehashed over and over again. And I really like that. I really like that it's not the same thing over and over and over again. And it's kind of refreshing. It really honestly is. This film takes place in the Vietnam War, or during the Vietnam War, I should say. And basically this team of scientists and military come to this island to explore the land, but what some of the scientists don't tell the people is that they're not surveying the land, they are trying to find Kong. And all hell breaks loose from there on. I love the design of King Kong. I love the acting in it. I thought Samuel L. Jackson was great. John Goodman was great. Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson. John C. Reilly is the standout of the group here. It was amazing. And there is an end credits that sort of tease sort of this big universe that's going to include Kong and Godzilla. But for the main film, it's really just a basic standalone movie, which I'm fine with. But I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I know a lot of people didn't really give it a huge chance when it came out, but I'm urging you guys, if you haven't checked it out, give it a look. I don't think you guys will be disappointed. That's just my opinion. And it's got some great special features. It's got a 2-part exploration of the rebirth and recreation of an iconic monster. It's got director commentary. It's got deleted scenes. It's got a featurette on Tom Hiddleston and much more. Guys, definitely check this out. And last, but certainly not least, I made a video a while back about the passing of George Romero, sad as it is, and I was recently at this bookstore / DVD shop that I haven't shown on the out and about videos yet, but it's a really great place called Books and Melodies, and this is a George Romero title that I had never seen before, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. It was cheap, I'm gonna give it a look and see how it is, and that is Bruiser. Right there, Bruiser. The Walmart exclusive. And this is, it's the Walmart DVD 2-pack exclusive, but I don't know what came with this. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to find out what came with this movie. And this is basically a movie that I believe he did in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. And basically it's about this guy who has been cheated on by his wife, his boss is belittling him, betrayed by his best friend, and basically everybody has ruined this guy's life. And this guy is out for revenge. And he gets it. He goes on a complete revenge trip, killing these people that basically deserve it. And I honestly have not heard of this movie until recently. I'm actually really surprised this movie doesn't have a Blu-ray release. I was hoping that maybe Scream Factory might do something in the future, maybe Arrow might, but I think it's a great time right now to explore George Romero's catalog. You know, whether it's this film, whether it's the Living Dead films you haven't seen, whether it's, you know, Monkey Shines or The Crazies or The Dark Half, exploring a lot of the titles that basically, you know, he isn't completely known for, the underrated titles. And this is a really cool underrated gem. The only main feature on here is a production commentary, which I have not seen yet. I have not seen that commentary, so I don't know if it's good or not, but it could be pretty cool. I think it could be. I don't know. We'll see. It could be cool. It could not be. But this is definitely a worthy, underrated George Romero gem. If you haven't checked it out, definitely try to check it out. I think you can get this through eBay, I believe. So this is really, really cool. And so that is the pickups for the month of July. Not a bad stack. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys picked up this month, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, later on today, I will be going and doing an out and about video for the week of August 1st, and hope you guys will watch that as well. And if you haven't checked out the rest of the content that I have on the channel, definitely do that. And if you like what you see, definitely subscribe. You're going to get more of it. Also, I am on Twitter, FilmFan108. Alright guys, I will talk to you later. Take care.